Assignment dues approaching, tasks are mounting, daily chores are waiting, and yet here you are, still on that first page of your write-up. By now, you should be thinking of ways to boost your productivity. Let me first ask, how many of you listen to any kind of music while doing your assignments, studying, or even when you try to unwind your mind from the hectic life of being a student just for a minute or two? If you have, you probably wondered why this method seems to be very effective. Hi, my name is Natasha, and as a student myself, I know how stressful a life as a student can be, where responsibilities are mounting on our shoulders. I'm also familiar on how sometimes for us to catch up, we do all it takes to stay on track with our studies and avoid slacking. Yes, I have been there. Therefore, I'm urging you to start listening to music as often as possible to enhance the ability in becoming more productive by choosing the right tunes while being in the most optimal surroundings in doing so. Now, what you should know about music for productivity and why do you have to try this method? So we know that the COVID-19 pandemic has substantially impacted our way of living, especially among students. During the pandemic, many schools and universities shifted their learning setting to remote online learning. So this intense shift has associated students to mental stress and burnouts due to the lockdown, which limits the activities that students can opt for to unwind themselves when compared to physical learning. So a study has found that on a 10-point scale, Malaysian students rated their stress level at an average score of 5.8 during online learning in 2020. I'm not even surprised if you who are watching this are feeling the same way too. Being caught up in mounting assignments and tests, we as students are sometimes too tired to catch up in the rush of our lives that we don't even realize our own productivity is gradually decreasing. The decrease in productivity will be a big problem if we let it consume us, as it hoards pending assignments and tests when we are unmotivated. Just imagine, our lecturers are assigning us with many tests and due dates to catch, but yet you are still unmotivated to complete them all, which will result to your failure in submitting all your tests, and worst comes to worst, you will be failing the subject, all because of your decrease in your productivity. Now that we are exposed on how detrimental it would be when productivity decreases, I'm sure all of you are very excited to know what are the right tunes to listen to when performing your tests, and most importantly, what are the benefits you can get when you listen to music for productivity. Don't worry, I've got you covered. Finding the right kind of music can be very challenging at times, as music preferences differ from one another. Therefore, to make sure you get the right idea, some of the ideal types of music you should listen to, I will recommend to you what type of music works the best in maintaining your productivity all day long. So this information might be shocking to you, but experts found that listening to classical music is one of the genres that could help you to be more focused and productive. It was found that listening to well-known composers such as Bach, Mozart, or Beethoven can be beneficial when studying for exam, as researchers found that classical music has its own function to reduce the stress, especially among students. Besides classical music, a lyric-free music can be your go-to music genre to listen to, as music with lyrics can sometimes be too distracting. When you try to focus on a complex or any task that require your linguistic skills, anything that has lyrics in it should be avoided. Lastly, you can always go back to your favorite tunes. Listening to music that you prefer may increase your focus, uplifting your mood, as it touches the regions of your brain that controls your happy emotion, and listening to your preferred music may spark positive feelings that could lead to greater levels of productivity. There is no wrong time for you to listen to music, as you are given the personal freedom to enjoy it. However, we should know the right time of music to listen to, and the act of listening to music can differ at times among all of us. However, here are some suggestions on when the perfect times for you to enjoy music. Firstly, music is known to be an escape in a noisy workplace. When you are in a noisy workplace, it tends to make you feel uncomfortable to execute your tasks, as it requires great focus. Therefore, you should just plug in those earphones and play some music, and this will immediately help in blocking out the noise and getting you back on the track. Next, you should always try listening to music whenever you feel like having a creative block or unmotivated or even feeling anxious. If your task requires the rapid flow of creativity, this is when you need music the most. You tend to be more positive and happier when listening to upbeat music or music that suits to your liking. Thus, this will eventually help you in becoming more calm and more ideas to flow at the same time. It is without any doubt that music brings significant changes in our productivity level. This can be proven when the act of listening to music helps in maximizing the percentage of our focus on a mundane or repetitive task. For instance, a social experiment conducted by Dr. Monica Anthony found that students who claim to be lacking concentration while studying in silence tend to have an increased efficiency in studying with the music played in the background. Not only that it brings significant changes to students while studying, music also brings great effect to their positive moods, better quality of work, improve efficiency when listening to music, as this alters their moods while doing mundane tasks. Next, music has the power to enhance intelligence, learning abilities, and IQ. This was proven through a neuropsychological assessment which revealed that pitch processing activities carried out by our brain when listening to music will stimulate our linguistic abilities, especially in speech and communication. Therefore, students involved in instrumental music, or including those who engage with musical studies, are found to perform better in algebra and mathematical skills, which is crucial for later achievement. Thankfully, music has been regarded as an easy, effortless, and money-free way to diminish the feelings of anxiety, anger, or stress, which are everything that students tend to feel. Take one example, such as classical music. This type of music can have beneficial effect on our psychological function, slowing the pulse and heart rate, lowering our blood pressure, and decreasing the levels of stress hormones. Thus, it improves our quality of life, which is crucial for our productivity. Now, I'm pretty sure you are well equipped with all the aspects you need to prepare to have your productivity boosted. I am sure you are very excited to see the new productive you. Imagine having the same level of productivity throughout the whole day, regardless of how many assignments were given to you, and yet here you are, performing well and staying productive in completing them as if you have just started your day. Listening to Bach will not turn you into the next Steve Jobs, but the evidence, as I've mentioned earlier, did prove that listening to the right kind of music in the right kind of environment can help to turn your stressful tasks to less stressful and more organized as the productivity level increases. Therefore, think of how many tasks were thrown at you and ask yourself, am I still productive enough to perform these tasks? If your answer is no, I urge you to start listening to Bach or Mozart or any music you enjoy while you're at it, and watch your productivity push you to complete the task. As great as how this method shall bring to your life, it cannot be done without you trying them out. Fret not, there are no harm in trying. Therefore, I beg all of you to try this method of increasing your productivity. Though music is nothing new, I believe music has been around us for as long as we have existed. I know to some people, listening to music could sometimes bring distractions and a waste of time. However, this is for your own good, for your own productiveness. So change your mindset and be open to new methods of becoming the new productive you. Having your productivity gradually decreasing throughout the whole day due to mounting assignments thrown at you will not be a worry anymore, as you are given a shot by listening to music. Do not hesitate to try new methods to become the new productive you. Go grab those earphones and play your music or blast them through your speakers. And now, that's all from me. Thank you so much for watching.